What an incredible crowd. How you feeling tonight, Mississauga? Thank you so much for joining us here at the LPCO convention. I have to give a huge shout out to the outgoing LPCO president, Tyler Banham. Tyler, where are you, Tyler? There he is. Tyler, thank you for your friendship, your leadership, your dedication to the party. In the 2015 campaign alone, Tyler knocked on doors in 96 ridings and chaired over 80 nominations. And Tyler has been a key member of our Liberal team for years, including that of a certain young candidate from Papineau. A long time ago. I can't wait to campaign alongside you this fall, my friend. And thanks also to our MPs, candidates, party organizers, staff, and volunteers for making this weekend possible. Now, who was there last April for the National Convention in Halifax? Well, we accomplished some really great things that convention, and this one will be no different, as you hear from amazing team members like Suzanne Cowan, Navdeep Bains, and Mary Ying. I know, hesitant to applaud for Nav, but you can do that. If you want proof that our political movement is stronger than ever, just look around the Orion Ballroom tonight. Liberals are ready for this fall. We are ready to keep working hard for Canadians. After all, we've seen what hard work can accomplish as we celebrate the lowest unemployment rate in 40 years, over 900,000 new jobs, and nearly 300,000 kids lifted out of poverty. Mes amis, il y a 7 ans, plusieurs d'entre vous étaient à mes côtés lorsque j'ai annoncé ma candidature à la chefferie du Parti libéral du Canada et j'ai présenté notre vision pour l'avenir de notre pays. Un avenir où la classe moyenne et ceux qui travaillent fort pour en faire partie pourraient compter sur leur gouvernement. C'est un message qui a touché beaucoup de monde, et avec raison. Les gens en avaient assez de l'approche de Stephen Harper. Assez d'un gouvernement qui ne nous écoutait pas, qui ne nous comprenait pas. Assez d'un gouvernement qui avait une vision étroite de ce que notre pays pouvait et devait être. Et lorsqu'on est arrivé au pouvoir, on savait qu'il fallait faire les choses différemment. Et on y a travaillé fort à tous les jours pour y arriver. On a fait des investissements sans précédent dans les infrastructures. On a conclu des nouveaux accords commerciaux ambitieux et on a offert plus d'aide aux petites entreprises. Et surtout, on a investi dans les familles, les travailleurs, les aînés et les étudiants parce que lorsque les gens ont confiance en l'avenir, c'est toute l'économie qui en profite. Now, conservative politicians like Doug Ford and Andrew Scheer don't seem to believe in investing for the future. They only think as far as the next election, not the next generation. Well, that will never be our approach. We will fight for the middle class for today and for tomorrow. And that includes giving more money to parents, cutting taxes, supporting students, investing in infrastructure, and securing vital trade deals thanks to the incredible work of ministers like Chrystia Freeland. And fighting for the middle class also means tackling the single biggest issue of our time, climate change. We just saw the release of Canada's Changing Climate Report, a major survey of peer-reviewed research that helps us better understand how climate change is impacting our country. The results are what we expected. Canada is in a really tough spot. Our country is warming nearly twice as fast as the rest of the world. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly twice as fast. Now, our opponents say that climate change isn't an economic issue, and so we should just ignore it. You know and I know they couldn't be more wrong. Climate change is a massive economic threat to middle-class Canadians, and we have to deal with it now. Tell me, how much does it cost to fix your house when your basement floods? If you're a farmer, how much money have you lost over the past years because of drought? How long does it take to clean up the neighborhood when you face a massive ice storm in the winter or an intense thunderstorm in the summer? How do our business owner friends in BC prepare for the wildfire season as the tourists skip their town? If the road's washed out, how will you get to work? And what about insurance? Where will you find the extra money when you're faced with higher premiums? Climate change is an economic issue. My friends, it's 2019. Climate change is real, and we see the impacts all around us, including in our bottom lines. As leaders and as citizens, we have a responsibility to act. And that means that as a politician, if you do not have a plan for the environment, you do not have a plan for the economy. In fact, you do not have a plan for the future. Notre génération est la première à savoir comment régler le problème, mais la dernière à pouvoir agir à temps. On doit absolument être à la hauteur du défi. C'est primordial pour nos enfants et nos petits-enfants, pour la classe moyenne et les gens qui travaillent fort pour en faire partie, pour nos communautés et pour notre pays, pour aujourd'hui et pour demain. C'est pourquoi, sous l'incroyable leadership de Catherine McKenna, notre gouvernement passe à l'action. On investit dans le transport en commun. On élimine progressivement le charbon. On protège nos grands espaces verts et nos océans. On travaille avec le secteur des technologies propres pour saisir de nouvelles opportunités qui représentent plusieurs millions de dollars pour notre pays. Et on envoie de l'argent directement aux municipalités pour combler les besoins en matière d'infrastructure. Comme ça, les petites et grandes villes pourront réduire les émissions à gaz à effet de serre et créer de bons emplois. Conservative politicians like Doug Ford and Andrew Scheer believe it should be free to pollute in this country. We disagree. That's why we put a price on the pollution that causes climate change. We're making polluters pay and putting money back in your pocket. With the Climate Action Incentive, the average Ontario family of four will get over $300 back on their taxes this year. For 80% of Ontario families, that's more money than they'll pay out directly over the year. Big polluters pay, middle-class families get money back, and everyone, from businesses to individual Canadians, is encouraged to pollute less. Scientists, business owners, and economists agree. Pricing pollution is the best way to reduce emissions, spur innovation, and fight climate change. Of course, meanwhile in Ontario, Doug Ford just fired Ontario's chief scientist. just like Stephen Harper muzzled climate scientists. He scrapped the mandatory vehicle emissions test. He got rid of the province's cap-and-trade program, which funded energy efficiency initiatives for homeowners, renters, and businesses. And believe it or not, Doug Ford is using your money to make pollution free again, wasting taxpayers' dollars fighting federal leadership in court. But that's not all Doug Ford's done. Yesterday, he announced his first budget loaded with cuts. Cuts to services for farmers, cuts to services for Franco-Ontarians, for seniors, for post-secondary students, for Indigenous peoples, for children, and for all those who rely on community social services. Shame. And Andrew Scheer? Well, Andrew Scheer takes his cues from the Ontario Premier, so Canadians can expect much of the same if he ever gets elected. Cuts to the Canada Child Benefit, cuts to the National Housing Strategy, cuts to the OAS and to CPP enhancements. And on climate change in particular, he's no better. Andrew Scheer said that the first thing he'll do if elected Prime Minister is to make pollution free again. He wants to take us back to Stephen Harper's decade of inaction. But just for comparison's sake, the first thing we did when we were elected was cut taxes on the middle class and raise them on the wealthiest 1%. You want to talk about for the people? That, my friends, is for the people. Looking at Andrew Scheer's actions, it's clear to see where his real priorities lie. He wants to continue Stephen Harper's failed economic policies of breaks and benefits for the wealthiest in the vain hope that it trickles down to everyone else. And it's not just his economic approach that's wrong, he gets the other big things wrong too. Andrew Scheer conveniently fails to call out alt-right conspiracy theories. Andrew Scheer fought against a non-binding motion to denounce Islamophobia. And Andrew Scheer has proudly spoken at the same rallies as white nationalists. Is that leadership? Is that someone who will govern for all Canadians? I don't think so. But we won't let it get that far. Liberals will stand up and prove that Canada is not a country of hate, but a country of openness and acceptance, no matter where you come from, or how you pray, or whom you love. Nous, les libéraux, on a choisi d'agir pour le climat et de renforcer la classe moyenne, même si, des fois, c'est difficile. Andrew Scheer et Doug Ford, eux, ont décidé d'emprunter la voie de la facilité, de diviser les gens et de répandre la haine plutôt que de trouver des vraies solutions. À travers le monde, les partis de droite tiennent des propos qui suscitent la peur et tentent d'exploiter la colère des gens pour des gains électoraux. Et c'est donc notre responsabilité de condamner ce genre de discours, mais aussi d'essayer de comprendre pourquoi ce message résonne. We as liberals know very well that hope is a powerful motivator. We saw that together in 2015. But we also have to recognize that anger is powerful too. And that anger is what conservative parties around the world are tapping into. Why worry about tomorrow, they say, when you're worried about today? Why worry about climate change, they say, when immigrants are taking your jobs? What these parties don't realize, though, is that we have to work hard for the middle class today and give them hope for the future. Nevertheless, conservative parties have ignored this logic, choosing to do what's easy instead of what's right. And they've been somewhat successful in turning anger into political support. But my friends, and I stress this because it is so important, do not confuse the Conservative Party with conservative voters. The party exploits people's fears. The voters just want to be heard. It would be a terrible mistake to assume that people who vote conservative hate the environment or are racist or misogynists. That type of generalization is both harmful and wrong. People who vote conservative are our friends and neighbors, and their concerns are pretty universal. They worry about the same things we all do. Will I lose my job to AI and automation? How can I afford a house in this day and age? Will I ever be able to retire? Those aren't liberal concerns or conservative concerns. They're human concerns. So let's address them, shall we? Will I lose my job to AI and automation? Conservative politicians blame newcomers. Liberals help people learn new skills to thrive in a changing economy. How can I afford my house in this day and age? Well, conservative politicians blame progressive politicians. Liberals created the first-time homebuyers incentive. Or, will I ever be able to retire? Conservative politicians blame Canadians for not saving enough. Liberals lower the age of old age security, boost the guaranteed income supplement, and expand the Canada Pension Plan. You see, that's the difference between conservative and liberal politicians. They play the blame game, we get to work. Les Canadiens sont unis par des ambitions communes. À la fin de la journée, nos besoins fondamentaux sont les mêmes, peu importe le parti pour lequel on vote. On veut tous un emploi stable, un toit au-dessus de nos têtes, des meilleures opportunités pour nos enfants et des communautés sûres. Ce parti, notre Parti libéral, a pour objectif de répondre à ces besoins et d'aider les gens. On sait que c'est en travaillant ensemble et en restant positif qu'on va bâtir un avenir meilleur. On sait que notre rôle consiste à appuyer la classe moyenne et ceux qui travaillent fort pour en faire partie, qu'en faisant passer les gens en premier et en investissant dans nos communautés, on peut accomplir de grandes choses. On sait que c'est en rassemblant les gens qu'on obtient les meilleurs résultats. On a toujours été un parti ouvert, où tous les Canadiens sont les bienvenus. Le parti qui se concentre sur ce qui nous unit et non sur ce qui nous divise. Nos voisins conservateurs devraient savoir que nous avons un vrai plan pour répondre à leurs inquiétudes. Et contrairement à Andrew Scheer, on ne va pas diviser les Canadiens ou essayer de leur faire peur en cours de route. My friends, we have a very big 6 months ahead of us. It is so important that we stay focused on the task at hand. Internal disputes only tell Canadians that we care more about ourselves than we do about them. You know, and I know, that that couldn't be further from the truth. Let's learn from our mistakes. Liberals fighting liberals only helps Andrew Scheer. We have to remember what this party stands for. And more than that, we have to remember who we are. A team that fights hard every single day for a better, stronger Canada for all Canadians. A team that's helping young people buy their first homes. A team that's making sure that all parts of our country have access to high-speed internet. A team that's committed to working with provinces and territories on a school nutrition program so kids don't go to school hungry. Because of your support, we've been able to change lives. Because of you, Krista Lee, a single mom from Stone Mills, receives the Canada Child Benefit. She uses it to buy her son healthy food from local farmers and even has money left over at the end of the month to put towards after-school art programs. Because of you, local small businesses like Curtis Coffee in Toronto have seen their small business tax rate lowered from 11% to 9%, making Canada one of the most attractive places in the world to start and grow a business. And because of you, Pond Technologies in Markham is bridging the gap between environmental innovation and entrepreneurship. This clean tech company works hard every day to keep our air clean, reduce pollution, and fight climate change, all while creating jobs and growing the economy. This is the important work we're doing as a team, and you can all be incredibly proud of it. But the job's not done yet. We have more work to do, and in order to do it, we need to get good people elected to the House of Commons. People like Katie Olmstead, Chris Rogers, and so many other inspiring Liberal candidates from all across Ontario. Come on up, guys. My friends, the next election is about the kind of country we want to live in and who we want to be as Canadians. So let's get to work. Let's build the team. Let's go knock doors and let's win this election.